Alright guys, how you doing tonight? What's up YouTube family? Alright, we're gonna put together this little kit right here from Brickcraft. It's the Futurama Planet Express spaceship. It's gonna look really cool when we're done. 382 pieces. Nice instruction booklet. A beautiful instruction booklet. 163 steps. Doesn't look that bad. Looks like a whole lot of fun. And it all starts with the first step. Alright, and they got the bags labeled. Number one. Now we're going to do this the way we usually do this. We're going to keep the bigger parts off to the left here, and we'll keep the smaller parts above here so we don't get all intermingled with each other. Alright, open the bag here. These bags are a little tougher than the previous kits I've done. Make sure we don't drop any pieces, leave any clear pieces in the bag or anything like that. Put that off to the side. Now we're going to open up the bag with all the little smaller pieces in it. Those up there. I know it's early in the video, but I'm going to say all the standard YouTube stuff. Like the video, subscribe to my channel for more content. I really appreciate you supporting the channel like that. I don't put really any of my content behind a paywall or anything like that, like a bunch of other YouTubers do with like a Patreon and stuff like that. I'm just trying to get above 1,000 subscribers so I can start monetizing my channel. Okay? Now, this is a 1x12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep. And then I got one of these parts here. You know, and people would say, oh, if you're not making any money on it, why are you doing it? I'm doing it because I like doing it. That's why. Flip that guy over. And then we're going to put, okay, like that. Here we go. And then another one of those little parts there. These little fiddly little parts here that we got to look at here. I'll turn that light off. Does that make a difference? Yeah, that probably makes a little bit of a difference. There we go. I had the light on up here. I've got the light coming in front of a window, so I got the light coming through the window here. You know what I'm saying? So, alright, I got one of the 1x4 here. I don't know, I'm actually shooting a video during the day, huh? What's wrong with me, right? There we go. And we're making the video here. We're on step number 2. Step number 3. I've got that, and that. Get everything orientated right, put together right. And then I guess I put that like that, huh? Hey, we're already on step 3. What do you know? Now, 7 of those pieces there. That's all connecting them together or something here. Whoops, wait a minute. I got that wrong. I got that wrong. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's not the right way, is it? Okay, let's see what we got over here. I didn't pay attention to that. That's my fault. See? Gotta pay attention to the way things are. Gotta make sure things are oriented right and everything like that, otherwise you wind up with a little bit of a mess here. Okay. Take that apart. Okay. Draw that. I made sure that was orientated right. Right? But I didn't make sure that jeez. Just a minute while I unscrew myself. I'm not even in frame. I'm sorry about that. There we go. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. All right. Now we got number 5. Here's what we got: a 2x6. There we go. That part right there. We got 2 of these 1x2s here. There we go. And I guess I'm making the other rail here with this one here. Okay. Got that piece there. And then I got these 2 guys here. No, I don't. I got these 2 right here. Okay. And I got a piece here. Okay. 2 more pieces here. All right. I've got some of these pieces here, which connect the pieces here. This is going kind of quick, actually. 3, 4, bad, 5. And then this piece goes right there. Okay, so we made a, there we go. We got our first piece right here. Kind of cool stuff, Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, you know, you know, like the video, subscribe to my channel. We're getting more and more content up. You know, I know a lot of people like my content and stuff like that. Getting a lot of good comments and things like that. I delete all the negative comments because, well, sometimes I just laugh at them and delete them. Sometimes I just respond to them just to have some fun with the person. You know, you don't need that type of negativity in your life. Um, you know, I always look at those kind of people and you just want to tell them, yeah, if your mom should have told you. You know, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But she was too busy doing tricks for dimes at truck stops to educate you properly. So, go. We got some more right angle parts. Here's what we got. I was thinking about getting some bigger, like brick sets, Lego sets, whatever. To put together a channel here. What do you think about that? Just testing out the waters here a little bit. Don't want to invest a whole bunch of money if I'm not going to get, any views, because that's the name of the game. It's social media, folks. Eyeballs are the name of the game. Eyeballs are the commodity. Uh, you know, attention's a commodity. There's just no way around that. That's just the way the world works. Yeah. Okay, this goes on a certain way here. I guess it goes on like that. That makes a little more sense. Here we go, see? Now, these are a little different shade than these colors are. These pieces are darker maroon. This is more like a metallic red type color here. All right, now we're going to assemble these parts. Here's what we're going to do. Go. I need this piece here. Turn it around, get it on the right dot. Then I need that piece right there. And I need that piece right there. I need this piece to go like that. And I need that piece to go like that. Yeah. Pretty cool looking. All right. Pretty cool looking. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Now we're getting into some of these teal pieces here. Is there anything better I could do for my setup or anything like that? Let me know in the comment section. Constructive comments are always, 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 always welcome. Good. Because I'm not a video genius, I'll admit that. I mean, I get into a little bit of editing and stuff like that, but that's not my full-time calling, I guess you would call it. You'd say. Yeah. We're getting the infrastructure of the Planet Express ship built. Pretty cool stuff. Now, we need these two black pieces here. Okay, piece stuck under the laptop there. Here we go. Get that built. Go. Hey, we're on step 20. Already on step 20. That is so stinking cool. We got this bigger piece right here. Oh, those two pieces already. Okay, so I was a step ahead of the game, I guess. Okay, everything look right? Everything looks right. All right, turn the page, step 22, which you really can't see because it's off camera here. Let me see here. 1, 2, 1, 2. These two here, and I got this piece here. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna pop that right here. Alright, we got 4 of these bricks here. 4, there we go. There are these type of bricks here. Right, pretty cool stuff. Let me see here, I got this part here. I got this part here. And then I've got this one right here. Right here. I do like the way they do their instructions. They do their instructions really, really nicely. Brickcraft does. There's no room for conjecture or guessing. If you're not familiar with the word conjecture, you've learned a word today. Yeah, there you go. Mr. Veezy's neighborhood, huh? There we go. All right. Got this part right here. One by 6. And that's this part right here. Put that in the middle. I'm going to put one of these on each side here. And then I got this blank part right here. Building wood. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yep, we got it in the right spot. I know it's kind of silly counting spaces, but you don't want to get 5, 6, steps ahead and find out you put it one wrong block. All right, that's not what you want. Trust me. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Well, all right. All right. Like that. And I got another piece like this. Hey, we're eating up all the pieces, man. That's pretty cool. That means we're zooming right along. There you go. Frame for you. Pretty cool looking. You know what the cool thing, I was thinking about this the other day. You know what the cool thing about like YouTube and stuff like that is, right? It's like, when you're gone, right? And it's something morbid to think about, but everybody has to go sometime, right? You know, it's when you're gone, your kids don't forget what you sound like. You know, I know that's kind of morbid and stuff like that. I was just thinking about that the other day, though. Your kids don't forget what you sound like. They can watch you on video forever. Okay, so this is step 1. Hey, bag 1's all gone. Let's get bag 2 over here. And they got 2 bags of small parts here. They got some of these metallic red parts, and then they got some other little fiddly parts here. I don't know what to go into the plastic of these bags, or if there's kryptonite in them or what, man, but that's tough plastic there. Again, I keep the bags around to the end because there was one video we did where a clear part was left in a bag totally by accident. and we had to go fishing around for it. So I don't know if anybody remembers that or not. Um, you know, yeah, it was quite an adventure. All right, so step 38 is this right here. Step 39. And nope. Okay, see, they put these in a small bag with small parts this time. Great. Go. Okay. I guess this goes this way? Okay, what the hell? Anyway, you know, sometimes in life you just gotta be, what the heck, right? And then we're gonna put that there. There we go. That's cool. Someone reach out to me. Oh, okay. That's her. I will go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Put that right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2. Go right to me. Sorry if it sounds like I'm breathing heavy. Those of you that are new to the channel don't know. Back in 2022, I had open heart surgery unexpectedly. Right? It's the weirdest thing in the world. Uh, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't, do any of that stuff or anything like that. It's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think that's supposed to be back one more. All right, that's fine. But yeah, my cholesterol's just genetically high, right? So that's what caused the whole thing, and I had to have a quad bypass like the first week of 2022. Laid me up for 18 months, man. When they told me I was gonna be laid up for 18 months, I was like, yeah, right, whatever. And no, they were serious. About 18 months. Uh, you know, crazy stuff, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. But it affected the way I breathe. And so I have to breathe really, really, really deep sometimes. A lot of people get the impression that I'm, aggravated or no, I'm not aggravated. If I'm mad, you'll know I'm mad. People that know me know that. You know. uh, but yeah, man, talk about something that just affects just the way you live and everything like that. Crazy, man, crazy. But I was lucky to live through it, and yeah, it wasn't the best situation, but it was a situation. If you have any any history of heart disease, get checked out, man. Best thing you can do for yourself. You can avoid body, man. If you've never heard of open heart surgery before, yeah, look it up at your own risk. Okay, because it is a terribly, terribly, terribly scary, 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 procedure. They basically You have to crack your chest open and play with your heart and stuff like that, and then put you back together. Uh, like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz there. And it's really, really, really not fun. Anyway, what is fun though is we're getting the hole together. I'm going to put that off over there because we are making another side there. There we go. Good. We're going to pop that on there. Pop that on there. Okay. There we go. Go. Red. And we're going to flip this guy around right here. And we're going to put that right. Two. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Put that right there. It looks about right. Sure I got that right. 1, 2. Yep. 2, 4, 5. Yep. Got it right on the money. Okay. And then we're going to get another one of these big pieces right here. We're going to drop that right there for a second. 1, 2. Here we go. I want to get this piece in here first. You know, one thing I did want to get, man. I've always loved the X-Men. I was into the X-Men back in the 80s before it was even popular. People at school made fun of me because I was into comic books, but look at look at the world now. All that stuff is so cool and hip and, everything like that. And blah, 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 blah. Oh, I was a fan the whole time. Yeah, no, you weren't. And so they do have an X-Men mansion Lego kit out. I was thinking about getting that. That would be so cool. If nothing more than just for the minifigures, would be so stinking sweet to get it. What do you guys think? Should I get it and put it together here online? You think that'd be kind of cool? Ah, here we are. You know, on the line. I love that movie, man. If you've never seen the movie, um, what is it? Oh God, it's The Interns or Internship or something like that, where the guys work at Google and they're just have no idea what technology is, but there was a bunch of technology people and stuff like that. It's a hilarious movie, funny movie, and it's funny because it's true. You know, the best mix of people you get are people that know technology really, really good, but they're not good at the people portion of it. You know, and then you get people that don't know the technology, but they know the people portion of it. You see what I'm saying? And then it only works when one side doesn't get mad at the other. You know what I mean? Uh, if everybody works together like that and stuff, that's when that type of arrangement really, really kind of kills. Is when you got people that work together. Oh, we're at 30 minutes here. That's not too bad. I think we made a lot of progress in 30 minutes. Isn't that neat? There we go. Okay, we got this piece here, and this piece here, this piece here. And we'll pop that there. We're going to take this. It's actually the 64th step, believe it or not, to take this piece and pop it in there. Yeah. Did I screw that up? Oh, no, okay. I didn't screw it up. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. uh, I always assume I screwed it up first because it's entirely possible. Um, okay, now, where do they want this thing here? They want it. Okay, oh, invert it. Here we go. That probably would help. There we go. The I'm gonna sound like an old man here for a second if I can, if that's all right. Yeah, I'm not gonna criticize anybody, so maybe it's not like an old man. I don't know, but if I could give young people one piece of advice, it would be to learn to laugh at yourself. Right? Is that the right piece? Yeah, that's the right piece right there. Great. Then, yeah, you know, uh, yeah, you're gonna make mistakes. That's just it. Not every mistake is a like this here, right? I just screwed that up. There we go. There we go. Not every mistake is some crises or something like that. I had a boss. His name was Stacy Begal. Yeah, a dude with a chick's name. I know. I mean, no wonder he's so pissed off all the time. But he was. He was just maniacal. He was just mean, ugly, and nasty. And it was just the biggest. You never want to wake up to a job, and it's okay to wake up, and be like, ugh, I really just don't want to go to work today. That's normal. Nobody wants to go to unless you're making $1 million a freaking year, right? And then those aren't normal jobs, you see. Uh, but you never want to wake up and go, ugh, man, I got to go there today. Ugh. And you do everything you can to avoid going to, you know, going to your job. And that's what it was when I worked there. It was just terrible. It was just terrible, to tell you the truth. Um, I eventually left that job one day. The owner's wife was in charge of HR. Don't ever get in a job like that where the owner's wife does HR and stuff like that. Because then who do you complain about the owner to? They ain't gonna listen to you. They don't care. You know, they don't care one darn bit. There we go. We're getting that connected up, right? I like to work. I have found out that I like to work for a larger corporation. And here's why. Because larger corporations have to worry about the rules more. They have to worry about the way they treat you more. They have to worry. Some of these corporations have such large legal departments because they get sued all the time, right? And a large corporation He was going to worry about being sued. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have more stringent. Yeah, they get away with some stuff. You know, everybody gets away with something, right? It's just the magnitude of what you get away with. Here we go. Man, that looks kind of nice, doesn't it? We're getting it built, buddy. We're getting it built. All right, we're at about the halfway mark, I think, here at some point. Okay, let's get some of these other pieces together here. We need two of these. We need two of these. We need two of these. And we need four of those. Okay, put all that together. And we'll be doing good. Go, we got to do that twice. That's what we got to do. There we go. And those, get it oriented right here. Okay. Is we want them like that. Like that. Okay. Looks cool to me. Alright. We got this big piece right here. I'm gonna flip it around here. Put that piece right there. And then this piece right here. Oh, wait a minute. That's why it's not working. I'm not reading the instructions fully here. You gotta read the book. Right? Okay, so let's make sure that's right. Let's make sure that's oriented right. Let's pop that on there. Go. No, like that, I think, right? Right. Okay. And I got that oriented right. I got this oriented right. There we go. Woo! Side to the ship there. Kind of cool stuff. And I guess the next one's going to be finishing up the side. Then we're going to do the other side. Yeah, okay, great. I got it now. That's okay. One of those. I need one of those. I need one of those. And I'll take one of those. There we go. Take that one and that one. Plug that into there. Plug that in there. Excuse me. Plug that in there. Take that and put that. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, that's coming out pretty nice. There we go. All right, let's get the one of these strips here. We're gonna put that there. Okay. Orientate that. Put that like that. Put that like that. Okay. Whoops. Is that right? Yeah, it's the same size piece. Okay. It didn't look like the same size piece for a minute there. Whoops. What the hell happened with that? Oh, nothing. I didn't put those pieces on yet. Those are some of the small thoughts. Piece fell off. Never mind. Oh, God. I swear sometimes I think I need help. Anyway, we're going to flip this guy around here, and then we're going to work our way backward with this. All right. Let's see what we're doing. We got that piece, and then we got these two pieces here. Make sure we orientate that piece. Put that piece like that. Put that piece like that. Okay. It's kind of tricky because you gotta, you know, is that, there we go. Okay. That's why you gotta question stuff. You see, it's okay to question things. It's okay to question things. Don't let anybody ever tell you it's not okay to question things, right? Here we go. And one of these little 2x2 pieces, 1x2 pieces here, rather. Go. Okay, here we go. Got that piece. We got that piece there. That piece, that piece. No. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. We're getting the hole done. See? We're getting the hole done. Good. Hey, we're up to step 90, man. 90. Step 90. Do you believe that? We've made it this far already. Holy cow. There we go. Hey, that looks pretty nice so far, right? It's pretty dang good if you ask me. We're going to set that over there. We're going to get the number 3 bags here. Is that number 3 or I don't know. We'll get it when we call for it, right? Put that piece there. That's an extra piece they gave us there. It'd be nice if Brickcraft reached out to me and wanted me to, be an ambassador for them or something like that. That's kind of cool. But I guess my YouTube channel's probably too penny any for them or something like that. That type of thing. But hey, what can I tell you? We're not going to dwell on the negative here, right? We're just going to say, all right, and move on. 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 4, 6. There we go. That go there like that? Yep. Okay. Or could have just looked for that one. Anyway, there's more than one way to solve a problem. There's always more than one way to solve a problem. Okay. 12, 2, 4, 6, 18, 12. Yep. There we go. Hey, we're on step 94, man. 90 freaking 4. This is actually a pretty cool little kit. I knew it would be. That's why I grabbed it at Walmart when I saw it there. First time I saw it, I grabbed it. I'm like, I gotta have this. You know. Piece there. That piece there. Okay. Oop. I don't want to exhale so fast that I blow pieces across the countertop there. Or nothing. You see what I mean? I should have another. There it is right there. Oh, nope, not there. Adam, you big dummy. Come on. There we go. Because it's. Oops. Got that flipped around a little bit there. See, that's why you got to check yourself. You're always double checking stuff, right? You're always double checking stuff. There you go. Okay, the side of the ladder here. There. And that goes right there. Okay. Okay, let's make sure we got these right pieces here. The correct pieces. Go set that. Nope, not that piece. Not that. See, you got some of these pieces here, and they've got to look the same. You see? Whoops. There we go. Let me put this together right like this. The net is supposed to be like that. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it looks right to me. Wish they had flipped it around in the instructions, though. That's kind of weird. 2, 4. Okay. All right. All right. Whatever. We'll see if it's right or not. One. Just screwing this up, right? Yeah. That's right. That's right. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to need two pieces that. Nope, not like that. That one there. That one there. And then We're going to flip this thing around here. We're going to put that one right there. That one right here. Okay, cool. Looks nice, huh? Pretty cool. Hey, we're up to 50 minutes on this thing so far, huh? I'm up to step 103. Wowzers. Okay. Get that one. Get that one. Come on. Okay. Flip this guy around here. We're going to into this. Oops. Into that. There we go. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Boom, boom. Pretty nice. Doo-doo. We're going to put there. There we go. Pretty cool looking. Okay, great. Drop that piece there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Got that right there. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. Okay, 107. That goes right there. Okay. Well, okay. Let's see if we can figure this out. Okay. But that is not connecting with that. Huh. Wonder why. Let's see if we can figure this out, gang. Oh, I see why. Because that's not... Okay, great. Yep. We had it right. Okay. It just wasn't pushed down in that center support enough. I was like, oh, dear Lord. Mhm. I guess that's how it's supposed to look. All right. 109. Go. And that sits where? sits right about here. Does that make sense? Okay. Oh, okay, that makes a little more sense. There we go. Yeah, put that there. Here we go. Now put that there. That makes a lot more sense. Two more pieces here. Get two more little pieces. Bing, bing, bing. There we go. Then what I'm gonna do is get here. Oops, there we go. It's a springy little kit. All right. Put that right. Turn that around. Here we go. Put that like that. Oh, put that like that. There we go. Whoops. I guess this is supposed to have some type of like movement to them or something. Did I do something wrong? No. Mm-mm. There we go. Here we go. Go. Okay. That's supposed to be like that, I thought. Go. Okay, here we go. You notice how I don't edit the problems out either. I just keep the camera rolling because I think when you edit out the problems, you edit out the really neat stuff that kind of happens sometimes. That's right. It's the way it's supposed to go. Go. And then that's supposed to go like that. There we go. Okay, I think I got it now. It does not want to stay on that piece for some reason. And I don't know why. Gotta have it like that. You have one overhanging. Here we go. Now, and we got one more piece here to put on. Let's see, where's that? Oh, it must be that piece right there. No, no. Um, not that piece either. That's like a cut right here. I think it is. That's it. Yeah, that must be it right there. Okay. There we go. Hey, we're on step 117 so far, guys. Okay. Oops, there we go. I said I never stopped the video. It's not actually totally correct. Sometimes I have stopped the video because something went like wrong, and I had to fix it. Uh, but typically I don't. But if I do, I'll come back and I'll tell you what I did wrong. You know what I mean? Go to one of those, and then here we are. One of these. I've got one of these. There we go. Put that piece together. Look kind of like eyes, don't they? Right? Kind of cool looking. Okay, now where the heck does this go in this thing? Well, right there. Right there. There we go. I got the Futurama song stuck in my head now. Yeah. So, and I bet you do too, just because I said so, huh? And that's the bottom line. The Stone Cold said so. Man, we never got that gimmick match, did we? Man, that would have been such a cool match. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bob Ross as a tag team. That would have been freaking sweet. That would have been so cool. Too bad they don't have Celebrity Deathmatch still. That'd be great. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bob Ross tag team against, some, I don't know, we'd have to come up with a tag. Who do you think they should tag team about against? Leave me a comment. All right, leave me a comment. Perfect time for the comment, uh, gimmick here, right? That'd be funny if we get Stone Cold Steve Austin to tell us who he'd like to tag team against with Bob Ross. Hey, we're up to 125, folks. You're thinking about it now, aren't you? Okay, two of these things here. I'm going to put one here. That one piece just doesn't want to stay on. Go. What did I do to offend you? Oh, brick gods. Whoops. There we go. Maybe that's just that piece here is just gonna need a little bit of glue because I got a little bit of tolerance taken out of it. Okay, yeah. 28. 29. I got everything individually wrapped here, man. That's kind of crazy. Okay, that goes there. I wonder if they're gonna come out with like Leela and Fry. I'd like Professor Farnsworth as a model. That would be kind of funny. Anyway, wouldn't it? Express over and upside down. There we go. We're making the tail here is what we're making. Then we're going to put that go. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking, man. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice looking there. Oh, crap. I'm just going to leave that piece off until the final part of it there. Because I ain't got to put it on again. That's getting irritating. Alright, got the other two pieces here. Let's get these other two little bobs on here. And I guess these, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to put it on, huh? Is it a side wings? Alright, well. There we go. Well, dadgummit. Fell down. There we go. This piece here is not playing nice for some reason. There we go. Got it on there finally. Had to wedge it on there. But we got it on there. Go. Okay. Now, let's make the engine here, shall we? Let's get this kit finished up. We got about 20 more steps here, and that includes building the stand. Okay, and then I got these 4 guys right here. Little rocket pieces. There we go. All right, let's get this done. Oh, all right then. I think those are supposed to be. Check the box art here. Hold on just a darn second. I'll fix it. I think I mixed up the red and the orange here. Whoops. That's all right. That's quick fix, quick fix, quick fix, quick fix. Just one fix, one fix. Dun-dun-dun. It's a Ministry song. The band Ministry. And that one thing, I'm gonna glue that thing on before the end of the damn night. I'll tell you that much right there. Okay. I think the piece is just slightly out of tolerance, and that's what the trouble that it's giving me there. That's all right. I'll glue it on here directly. Go. Got that. 8 of those goes around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Got that. Whoops. Dadgummit. Okay, good thing the pieces came off of that. So that's pretty darn cool. Maybe, do I need to, a little bit more? Here we go. Now, put that over there. We're going to make the turret. Got that, got that, got that. Good. And then I guess just pop that on there. Here we go. It's the spud gun for it, I guess, huh? There we go. All right. Now we're going to build the stand for it. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Let's go take these, put all these just in one pile. Not that many pieces. No big pieces there though. So, there we go. Oh, that's some paint on my finger. But there's a piece still in the bag. Anyway. Go. That's the real nice thing about the stand is it's all like big pieces. You know what I mean? So it goes rather quickly. Or rather quickly. As long as I can find the pieces I need. That's another thing entirely, I guess. Eh? So, I'm not missing anything? No. I'll put that spare piece over there, that spare piece over there. Here we go. Huh. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, great. And then I'll put that piece in between there, and I'll take this big piece, put it over there. Whew. All right. Now, I need a two-parter here. And then another filling piece right here. Then I'm going to need there and there. Take these two pieces here, I guess. There we go. And then we have this piece right here. We'll put that. Now these pieces are clear, so it's kind of hard to see what you're supposed to do with them in the instruction manual. So here we go. Two of those. Supposed to have two of them. Oh, here's the other one. Okay. They're clear, and that's my favorite color. Heart, heart, heart. Okay. One, two. Skip one. Skip one. Skip two. All right. Get 2, 4, 5 right there. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. 9, there we go. Okay. I'm going to take that piece, put that right like that. Take that piece, put that right like that. Oops, not in frame. Sorry, guys. And then there we go. Guess I can. Him in there. Here we go. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna cap these guys off here. Some green. There we go. Sorry, little fiddly pieces here that I'm dealing with. And I can smell the finish line. You know what I mean? So, go. Got that. Got that piece there. Ooh. Ah, go. I knew that went somewhere. Go. And then pop right in there. Okay. And then the last part of it is to, I guess it goes like that. Except I gotta, I don't know, pieces just out of tolerance. It's giving me grief. Go. That goes like that. Yeah. Now it's not. It doesn't click in or anything like that, but that's the ship. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Planet Express. I can close the instruction book, I guess. Yeah. Okay, great. Close the instruction book. Okay. Put that piece over there. There we go. It's not too bad. All right. Thanks for going on this journey with me, guys. It was definitely a fun kit to put together. Uh, Very nice kit. Very nice kit. I do like the Brickcraft stuff quite a bit. Like I said, I'm not an ambassador yet, or they're not sponsoring my channel yet, but there's always hope. All right. Until we get the next kit, y'all have a nice day. Thanks for viewing. Again, like the video, subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you.